Learn HTML with XIT. This course is tutored by Mr. Cliff.
An HTML element includes an opening tag, content, and a closing tag. In the illustration below, tag name is the opening tag. I am learning coding is the content, and the tag name with the backslash is the closing tag. Let's look at an actual HTML code example to demonstrate how the HTML element works. So you say doc type will be HTML. Now you open HTML. You open head, the head element, or the head tag. You open title. Title is a sub-tag of the head tag. Title. I'm sorry. We close the title tag. So you close the head tag. You open the body. So the format is the same all the time. It's good you constantly write it. With time you get very, very used to it. In all our classes we always write this. So with time, before you do the 20th, take the 20th class, you should have gotten very used to it. So close body, you close HTML. Now this is the standard or the basic structure of an HTML document. Now we've gotten this. Now let's look at how the element works. We are going to take the heading tag. I told you in our first example that whatever you want displayed on the web page should be kept or should be inserted between the body open and the body close. So let's look at the head tag as part of our example. The head tag, I'm using age 1. We'll learn about this later. Age 1. I'll now write this. This is my heading. I'll close this. So H1. You see it, this is mine. It has already displayed down. The next, I'm going to take a paragraph tag. Now, but take note of the heading tag. We are looking at how elements are formed. Now, H1 is the opening tag for heading 1. This is my heading, is the content. And H1 with the backslash is the closing tag. Now, it must be done that way. We are going to put some error here to see how it affects other elements if you don't close properly. Now, let's take the paragraph tag. P. Paragraph tag is a P. So I'll write this is my paragraph. This is my paragraph as the element content. This is the content. It's my paragraph. I will have to close P now. So it opens and closes. Good. Now, if you look at the output, this is my heading. You see, it is big and bold, which shows an heading. Now, this is my paragraph. You see, the letters are not as bold as the heading tag. So that's the difference. But now let's try to remove the closing tag for the paragraph. See, it will overflow. Now we've removed it. If you go down now, you see that the heading tag has overflew into the paragraph tag. So both now is looking like heading. That is why you must close it so that the effect stops where you close it. That's why we usually close it. You see, by the time I close it now, it will stop. It will not overflow. Good. So it's back. You can see the importance of opening and closing your tag. Failure to do so, it will mess up your web page. So this is our example now. H1 is the opening tag. This is my heading, is the content of the element H1. And H1 with a backslash is the closing tag. Please note, there's a difference between an HTML element and also an HTML tag. The HTML elements are created using the HTML tags. An HTML element is defined by a pair of starting and closing tags, having a content between them. Now let's go back to the editor and practically show what makes up a tag and what makes up an element. Now I'll be using the P tag, the paragraph tag for the paragraph elements for this. So we have the open tag for P. You see, I said tag, not element yet. So this is the open tag for paragraph. This is the element. This is a paragraph. It could be anything. It's a paragraph. Now bring in the closing tag. Good. Now all three forms the element. So with this is a paragraph element. So the paragraph element is the opening P tag, the content, which is this is a paragraph, and also the closing P tag. So P is a tag, which is P is a tag, and the backslash P is a closing tag. So all three forms the element. Now let's now look at an element that don't have a closing tag. Elements that don't have a closing tags are called void elements or self-closing elements. Now let's look at some of the examples of void elements. Now one of the example of a void element is the horizontal rule. There's it. Now it closes within itself. You see it. Now if you look at the preview, you see an horizontal rule. So it doesn't have content, hence you don't need the closing tag. Other examples are the image tag, the break tag. So all these are void elements. They don't have closing tags. That's why we call them void elements. Finally, before we close for today's class and take our class exercise, we are going to look at HTML attributes. Let's look at HTML attributes. We say that HTML attributes provide additional information about an HTML element. Attributes are always specified in the opening tag. Now let's use the image tag, because the image tag always needs an attribute to display an image. So the image tag is img. We're going to learn all this later, the different tags later. But what we're studying right now is the attribute of an element. Now the image tag has an attribute called source. The source is where the address where the image is located. Now, which you write XROC, short for source. Now I'm going to bring the address. Now I'm bringing an image from within this website. You can bring image from any website, but for this example we are using an image within XIT.ng. Now this is how you write address. It's http:// now go XIT.ng Lagos.jpg. Now you see the image is already previewed. Do you see this? Good. Now with this, I think we'll be able to deal with the issue of the difference between an HTML element and an HTML tag. Then we'll also look at a void element. We said a void element is an element that don't have a closing tag. It doesn't have content, so hence there is no need for a closing tag. And finally, we'll also look at an element attributes. Now, each element have attributes. The attributes only gives additional information to the element. And we took the example using an image. Now, when you take an image tag, you need to specify where the image is located. Now, the attributes for that is called the source. So the source is actually a URL where the image is located. For this example, we use an image, jpg, and it's located on XIT. So we have to bring the https zit.ng/lagos.jpg, and it has displayed our image. On our today's class assignment, we're expected to design a basic Welcome to Lagos City web page using heading, paragraph, and the image tag. Now let's head straight to the XIT editor and let's get the code done. To write the code for our today's class exercise, let's first of all get the basic document structure for an HTML document. So we'll start with the document type definition, which is doc type. The doc type is HTML. So you bring in the parent HTML now. Next is the parent HTML. Open, head open, head tag open. Now within the head tag, we have the title tag, title, close title, you close the head. The head tag, you open the body tag, you close the body tag, close HTML. With this, we have the basic structure of every HTML document. So you keep doing this. Now let's go to the assignment proper, the exercise proper. So the first task there is to use heading, or which is header 1, to write welcome to Lagos City. So I'll go H1, which is the heading tag. Welcome to Lagos City. I'll close my heading tag. H1. Now this is it. This is the display. Now the next is the image tag. So we need to bring the image tag, which is the image of Lagos City, IMG, the source, you quote it, you put in the quote, the source is HTTPS column double slash xit.ng slash lagos.jpg. No, we don't close. The image tag is a void tag or an empty tag. It doesn't need a closing tag. Now we have the image now. Then the next, what we have now is the paragraph left. What I have left is the paragraph, so we can get a paragraph done now. P. Then our content is Lagos City is a large metropolitan city in the southwestern Nigeria with an estimated population of 21 million. It is the largest city in Nigeria. Full stop. You close paragraph, close the P tag. Now let's look at it. This is it. So with this, our assignment has been completed and done successfully. So what you do next is to submit it. So you submit it so that we at the back end, we can review and mark it.
We have come to the end of today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. Do join the XIT WhatsApp and Telegram community for support and updates.